between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run with the 29-year-old Melvin Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd and
9. On 2nd and 9, Powell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Andrew Billings in there to drop him for a loss on the play. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Gordon on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Powell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Raiders 0. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Carr now to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Broncos 14, Raiders 0. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 14, Raiders 0.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The Raiders had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
and you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win, this might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Carr going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, Howell now. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they drafted him and go out and play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Here's Carr to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
A loss of 10 yards. Brings up
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Powell being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And Howe will throw it. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Broncos 21. Raiders nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
What now? The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Carr. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Again, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 2nd and 9, Powell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Powell down to throw it. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down, Howell back to pass. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Denver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 61 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. From the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion left. So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. They start the drive on the ground, Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Powell.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Powell.
He's got it.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Edmonds will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense, and it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From the 39, Powell. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Powell throwing on third down here.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Chase Edmonds. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Keelan Cole, 65 yards.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 77